So Sony has been caught straight up lying about the PS4 SharePlay feature. SharePlay is a new feature that came with firmware update 2.0, and it's a feature that I've talked a lot about because I think it's pretty cool. It's unique to the PlayStation. You can allow people to come into your game without them having to actually own it, and they can play for a full hour and get to try out the game. So I think that's pretty slick. Now, Sony has been marketing this as a feature that will be available on all games for the PlayStation 4, but we are learning that there are actually a number of games that don't have this feature enabled and it's actually disabled. So on October the 27th, GameSpot posted up a FAQ that answered like 26 questions that people were having about SharePlay. Let me read to you number 6. This is word for word. Sony representatives claimed that SharePlay works across all PS4 games. When asked whether publishers can opt out, they suggested that there was no existing option to do this. When asked to clarify on the matter further, the representatives offered an unequivocal indication that SharePlay will work on all released PS4 games, providing that they do not need an additional peripheral. Publishers cannot opt out of this, GameSpot was told. So with this feature, of course, a lot of people are trying out all the games that they have, and it actually turns out that there are at least 14 games that have been found so far that don't have this feature enabled and is actually disabled. So of the 14 games that have been found so far that have blocked it, I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the major ones are Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Ghost, Minecraft, Thief, Tomb Raider, and Wolfenstein. So Sony has finally come back now that it was announced that that these games were actually disabled. Sony came out and put up a new statement saying that SharePlay is a system-level feature enabled by System Software Update 2.0, making it available for all PS4 titles. However, the option is available to developers to disable this feature according to what they feel will best benefit the consumer experience. So they are still trying to say, you know, it's available for all PS4 titles, which is a little bit different than them telling GameSpot that publishers can't opt out of this, you know. So they are kind of changing their tune a little bit. Now, a lot of talk has been made about the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That was the big game that really got people to looking at this, and everybody's saying like, hey, I can't share this with my friend. Now, Activision has come out and made a statement on it. They originally said, delivering a great gaming experience for fans is our top priority. We're focused on launching Advanced Warfare and ensuring that people have a great time playing it, which our fans seem to be. SharePlay is a new feature that was introduced as part of the recent PS4 firmware 2.0 update. Our engineers didn't have access to it before it launched, so we haven't had a chance to evaluate it to see how it will impact the experience across all modes of play. Of course, we wouldn't include a feature in our game without having the chance to test it. Once we've fully analyzed its performance, we'll determine how to support it going forward. So they are definitely playing the PR game too. They're being like, hey, you know, it's not our fault it's not in there. We didn't know about it. You know, we didn't have a chance to test it, which sounds a lot like BS since a lot of other games in the past have it, you know. And Call of Duty Ghost, are they still testing it with that? Because Call of Duty Ghost still doesn't have it either. Now, of course, from a publisher and developer standpoint, it makes sense as to why you wouldn't want people to play your game for free as soon as it first released. So, you know, the logic of it definitely makes sense. If you put out a brand new game, there is a chance that you may not want everybody and their sister be able to play it without actually having to buy it. And it may be a feature that they open up later on, but it definitely, you know, during the first few days of its release, you want people to actually buy the game. You don't want to put out free demos out there. So, you know, these may change going forward, but it's hard to deny that Sony just straight up lied about this feature, at least in their discussion with GameSpot. So if you want to read all the stories about this, I will leave links down in the description box. Post below, let me know, what do you think about Sony advertising this as on all games, but it turns out that it's not. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.